would say he's on the phone right now with our team doc and with our trainers, and they're all talking about it. He really wants to play. I'd say very doubtful. If he doesn't play, then we'll start Marcus Smart.
Hi, Brad. What kind of a routine is he going through to see if he's ready?
He went through stuff this morning, although they cut him short from going through the whole workout. He feels a lot better. He's anxious to play, so I think that's part of the discussion. But I think obviously, if there's any more tests or discussion of the possibility, then he'll go out and do whatever he needs to do on the court for them to feel comfortable.
Brad, you said Marcus Smart. Who's the starting five? Who are you starting in the front court?
Baines and Horford, Smart, Tatum, and Rozier.
The decision to go back to Baines, is it just matchup based?
Brad, with the Sixers and Celtics having such young, talented players, do you expect to be battling them in the playoffs for years to come, kind of like in the glory days of the 1980s?
One of the things that I've learned in sports is you don't take anything for granted. And so, you hope that with, our roster and with their roster that, our paths will cross again, but nothing's guaranteed in the future. And you got to take advantage of every opportunity that you have. And so I'm not thinking about what this is going to look like 10 years from now. We're just thinking about how to play tonight. And I know that that's coach speak, but I really believe that. I mean, can't predict what's going to happen. I think that there's a lot of young talent in the league. We just got done playing a team with incredible young talent. When you talk about, Giannis and Middleton and those guys, and now, man, you look at this team, and they're loaded.
And one other thing, Brett Brown, could you talk about how you feel about the way, he had to go through the process of losing for so many years, and now he's finally.
I love Brett. I think Brett is tremendous. He has an unbelievable energy. He has unbelievable positivity. I don't know very many people that could have maintained not only the outlook that he maintained, but also just the way he approached his every day and in every interaction that I ever had with him, and as I watched his teams and how hard they play. So he's a heck of a basketball coach, and it's exciting for him. It's exciting for them that they're where they are, and he's got a heck of a team. But I can't say enough good things about Brett.
Brad, over here on your right. A lot of attention on Embiid and Simmons, obviously so, but with the way they cut and move and space the floor, where does that put stresses on your defense, and what concerns you about that aspect of what they do?
Well, I mean, those guys, the question will be every minute of every game is how much attention can you give those guys outside of their matchup because of the shooting and the cutting. I mean, the shooting is elite around those guys. And when they go with that lineup with Simmons, Saric, Redick or Covington, Bellinelli, and Ilyasova, where they really were rolling there for a while, that is a tough lineup to stop because there's nothing but great shooters out there with a tremendous guy to spray the ball to everybody. So obviously Embiid, what he does is he gives them the chance to always get a great look because they've got a dominant post player with all those other guys, and he benefits from having those other guys around him. I mean, there's no question about it. I was just saying on my radio interview with Sean, they can beat you in every way, right? They're fast in transition. They can post the ball in the half court. They can post with multiple people, or they can run action that is bang, 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 and keep you on your heels. And it's a good team, expertly coached, so we'll have our hands full.
Hey, Brett, you just touched on this a bit, but obviously the first 4 times you guys played Philly in the regular season, they didn't have Ilyasova or Bellinelli. So especially considering with where your depth is right now, considering the injuries you guys have suffered, how much more difficult do those 2 guys have to make your job tougher stopping their offense?
Yeah, they're really good players. Thankfully, they can only play 5 at a time, and so can we. But you know, they're great additions to that team, great pickups.
Brad, everybody knows, I think, about Embiid's defensive presence at the rim, but besides Embiid, what makes them such one of the top 5 ranked defensive teams in the league?
They switch a ton. They're very aggressive. They turn people over. They've turned us over 4% more than we did in the regular season generally, and they've been pretty consistent in that the last couple of years even. They are very active. They play with multiple efforts, very tough, and I think deep, and I think part of their depth is, you know, everybody talks about, and rightfully so, Bellinelli, Ilyasova, and those guys coming off the bench. Well, they can go with, you know, whether it's Anderson or McConnell or Fultz or a guy like Luwawu or Holmes that maybe not play a ton, but can come in and be a matchup issue defensively because, you know, they're just tough, good athletes, make it difficult on you.
When you look at the way that you guys game plan for Ben to start the season to how he's developed as a player now, you don't have to give away your secrets, but how have you seen him evolve from the beginning of the year to now?
Well, I think like anything else, he's going to benefit from experience because he's an elite talent, and he's done that. They put him in great positions. They know what his strengths are. He knows what his strengths are, and he plays to them all the time. He's as good as it gets is getting a rebound and flying down the court and making a play for himself or spraying it across court to the shooters. And those guys run like they're going to get the ball, and that's probably a pretty good feeling considering he can throw over people, he can wrap it around. His size and his vision allow him to make plays that other people can't make.